Hello and welcome to Cigar Box Guitars, aka the Dutchman in San Marcos. I am the DISM, and we're bringing you another show about the B King, or King B. I'm sorry, I just looked at it right here. The King B cigar box, which is going to be a 6-string guitar because I've got that old neck I showed you last week from that old body, and I got the tailpiece. I don't know, I just had it laying around. It's not the original tailpiece from the guitar. So let's get going. All right, so here we go. Got some things to show you. Got a little bit of talking to do. Earlier this week I had to go Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I was in Phoenix, Arizona, in-law things, and I got back Wednesday, fairly early on Wednesday. Got a new mixer for the studio. Fiddled with that all day on Thursday. I was gonna record this and do the shorts on Thursday, but just, you know how something technical wraps you up. I did figure it out, so that was the good news of it. While I was in Phoenix, I had to kill time. I'm like, what do I do when I'm at home? I go to the Home Depot and look at wood, and I thought, well, I need some necks for, remember the stuff I was showing you with the with this thing with the templates, that stuff. So I thought I need a real neck because I only had that little short piece. And so when I was in Phoenix, I went to Home Depot, found a nice piece, as you can see, for fretboard. It's actually be longer, but it's got nice grain in it. All clear, there's no knots in it. And then I found, I would say, average piece of maple. It's got, it's not, there's nothing fancy, nothing like that curly stuff, because I didn't want to use up my good curly stuff. Actually, I got it sitting right over there. So I got 8 feet of this, and because I was taking it in the car, I had them cut it into 4 feet. So I got some necks to work with, so got the stock available so that I can start even mounting this piece, this piece here I have on the neck material to build a neck, and that'll be for that other guitar. So that was kind of that. We're working back on the B King, and let me get you in a position to see it. Let me move you first, because I got something to show you that kind of came out because of my mistake. It might have been actually a good thing or a non-planned thing. I didn't plan it that way, but it might be turning out to the better. So sometimes our mistakes can turn into good things. So hang on, let me get you situated. All right, so I'm back. Let me know how you like this angle. I'm kind of playing around. I used to have my camera sitting up there just straight down. This I've got you on my little new workbench that I can roll around. But let me know if you like this shot or if you can see better this way. So here we got the box. Remember, I was cutting this guy. And for some strange reason, I don't know why I couldn't get it. I should have I don't know why I didn't scribe it to the other block, because that's exactly what it's off. So we're going to glue this one in, and this here isn't glued in yet. So this will glue in just like that. And I'll get it tighter to here. And then, because this one's too short, I thought, hey, wait a minute. If I glue this one in, as you can see, there's a space. My pencil's pointing to it right in here. See that space? I thought the pickup wire, because this will be sitting here, I could run the pickup wire through here, because I'm not going to have enough room to mount a jack way over here. The jack will probably have to be over here, or the volume knob. But that wire, it gives me a place to route the wire down through here. So that's actually working on it better. So let's get these glued in. We'll get these all glued up. I don't know. I get this label off. It says maple. Anyways, let me get something to scrape that with. But let's get these blocks glued in. This one here, I'm going to go right flush to the shims, and then it'll be flush to this, which will just make everything stronger. And then that way, it'll do the dog ears here, and that'll be my space for the wire. Hey, who knew? I would have looked later and had thought, oh, I got to notch something for the wire through there, because this is all getting really close, because the lid is right up to here, so it'll all be really tight in there. So, and I think I won't try to take the sticker off. I think I'll glue it down this way because this is just in the box. So let's get these blocks glued in. Let me get my glue, and this guy will be glued in or screwed in. I'm going to mount those with the screws through the top, so that'll be separate of everything here. This is providing the box strength. I might put some corners here just to reinforce these. That gives me something if I want to screw the top down. But I'll have to cut those later. So let's get going on the glue. We'll get these guys glued in. And as you can see, I got the lines drawn for where the pickup's going to be. And then we'll work on cutting that hole. But let's get this glued in here. Just a little bit on that edge. Get a clamp on that. If my clamp's long enough. No, that's not going to be long enough. I got to use. Use one of these to get it in there. And it does need to be clamped that long. And even with that, it's get that one clamped. And we'll get this one clamped. Give a little on the edge there. This one wants to slide. Get that other clamp. I don't want that tight because that'll leave room for my wire. Right there. There we go. So we got that clamp, so these will, let's just double check this. Oh yeah, perfect. Perfecto. Now let's get these things for here. Okay, I'm gonna put you on hold until I get that wood and cut it. So hang on just a minute. Okay, good. See, I got the wood here. So we'll get these marked. We'll get these marked. I don't know if you can see my saw. Let me. Gotta pull this out a little bit. I can get the. I'm going to go right in there. So put that one there because I know that one fits. And we'll mark another one here. This will give something if I ever wanted to put screws down there, which a lot of times comes up, then we're all set. I don't know where I got this piece at, but man, it's come in handy more and more. I can't remember if I bought this, but for some reason this one's become really handy. So we get this guy in here. I'll have to get my clamps. Get my little mini clamps, so those can go in there. So we'll get these guys glued up. Oops. That'll make the box a little stronger because there's going to be a lot of tension on the top and here. And so we want as much support as we can get. Glue down in there. There we go. Got those glued in. So while that stuff dries, that can just sit there and dry. We'll work on this part. Oh man, my stuff is all coming off here. I'm definitely going to have to do a glue job on this. I don't know what happened here. But anyways, let's mock this up. So when it's on the outside, it'll look like this. It'll look like that. And I'm pretty sure, I'm kind of doing this side to see what it would look like up top. And this is going to come in here and be flush with that. So that's going to give me enough room. This will be flush like this. So that's going to give me enough room. So what we need to do is we need to center this. I got my center mark here. Now it's how do I measure that? I think there we go. This was a little crooked. But that'll give me close enough for rock and roll. So if this thing here is centered, this thing here is centered. So I got the two dog ears marked. Those are the holes. If I center those holes, just trying to figure the center of this, because obviously the plastic piece is bigger, and I don't know if you could see what I'm doing here. Trying to mark where that bracket goes. And get it square. It looks like that bracket goes above here. So, it all takes time to get it aligned. That looks like it's it. Let's get it marked where these are. Like I said, I'm measuring it 500 times because once I cut the hole in there, it's done. So I want to really make sure I get this thing in there right. I can always trim it when I get it out, but if I have it square, All right. So I think that might have it. I'm going to wait for these to dry. We got that marked and ready to cut. So I think we'll do this suspenseful part next week and we'll cut this out. But we got this all lined up and squared in. So yeah, let's not rush and do this because these will be in my way of trying to cut that. So that should do it. Hang on here, I'll get my camera down. All right, so there we go. We got the blocks. We got the blocks glued in. Let me see if I can tip it and you can see it. No, it's over here. So we got the blocks glued in. We got these other blocks glued in. And so that'll be what we get done this time. Like I said, cutting this top right here that I was marking off. I was marking that off so this piece would just pop out because I don't want that other cover will cover this because it'll be sunken kind of in, and then that'll determine how much we need to cut the neck part out, which that isn't screwed in yet, so we should be able to do that. So I hope you enjoy the show. We'll see you next week, same time, same bat station, and we'll come to you with more progress on the King Bee. And if I make any necks, I'll show you the neck I make if I get those put together because I got a scarf joint, this new stuff. And if I get that, I'll show you a few pictures in the end on next week. But the other exciting thing that happened to me in Arizona, only exciting to me, I don't know about you guys, but for the longest time out west, you can't find White Castles except I think there was one in Vegas, but Phoenix got a new White Castle, and I was able to eat lunch on Wednesday at White Castle. Yay, little sliders. I even told the guy at the counter, he probably thinks, what's this old guy talking about? I even told him, I said, when I was in high school, we'd go into White Castles and say, hey, I'll have a sack full of sliders, and the people will go, what do you want? We want a sack full of sliders. They go, we got little cheeseburgers. Is that what you want? Yeah, we want sliders. Now it's on the menu. They call them sliders. So I don't know where that change came, but I don't think they got it from us. But when I was in high school, we all called them sliders because they just slide right down. So just a little fun little history there. I don't know if that's worth anything. So wait for the train to pull into the station. Be sure to like, comment, and we'll see you next week. Next week.